3 companies, disrupting what you know about marketing and branding. Welcome to M Squared.
Welcome to M Squared. I'm one of your hosts, Dan Ryan from the Staten Island Media Group. I'm here with Anthony Rappaciulo from PR Cision.
What's up, what's up?
Mike Bloomfield.
What's up?
From Techie Geek. And also we got our guest, Nikki Santora, today.
What's going on, everybody?
He is Staten Island's funny man.
What's up, what's up?
So anyhow, what's going on? This week's been a little bit crazy. Banks are crashing. Things are going up and down. Nobody really knows what's happening in the world, and people are just waiting for Wednesday night to stream The Mandalorian.
You know what's going on? You're going to follow our own rules. We don't talk about events because who knows when this is going to air or if ever it's going to air.
No, we're going to talk about it.
Banks are going to keep closing.
No, I really hope they're not going to keep closing because I got money in banks.
That's
Did
my
you
rant.
invest in mattresses?
Hold on.
I have a king size. That way it fits all the kids.
Yeah, I got a California king. How about that?
Of course you do.
I have a wife. She spends all my money, so that's it.
But
couldn't
seriously,
even
king size
stuff it.
bed. I don't know if I could ever go back to a smaller bed. Like I go into hotels, if there's a queen size bed, I feel uncomfortable.
Nothing like a
Yeah.
twin.
You like it big.
I was totally fine in college being with multiple people in a twin bed.
Right, yeah, in college.
Multiple people.
Multiple.
people.
How about, now I'm in a twin bed with my daughter. Right after that, it doesn't go well, but helping to put her to sleep. And I literally lay on the bed, goes lopsided. I'm like, damn, I'm fucking.
What is it with kids? I don't understand how. I find that both of my kids turn into like starfish at some point in the middle of the night. They take the entire bed, and somehow one of them, without fail, figures out a way to get their foot underneath my hip and then just kick me right in the nuts.
They have to touch like each parent. Like their foot has to be touching the mom, and the hand has to be on the dad, and they have to.
My
be
guy don't
sideways.
sleep in the bed, thank God.
Oh, you're lucky.
3 years old.
You're lucky. We each have to sleep in the bed with one. So they figure out how to be separate, but I have to be with one and my wife's with the other.
Yeah.
I don't know what's been happening this week. I've had both of them find their way in. Like they go to bed in their own beds, and I wake up and they're in there.
I think it's bad parenting.
Probably.
Yeah.
Likely.
I'm trying to go with the girl from the Big Bang Theory. Doesn't the kid sleeps in the bed with her until like 18?
That's weird. That's weird.
I've never watched
that
that
weird?
show.
That's a little weird.
I don't know. Is that?
I can't stand that show.
I'd be sleeping in the bed with a grown ass man that would be 18, just
It's
giving
weird.
elbows.
I'm like, my daughter now is what, 5, and she still wants me like one of us in the bed. And I'm like, can I try to get out of the bed? But then at the same point, I'm like a little sad. I'm like, now I'm used to sleeping in the bed with you. You're like my cuddle buddy. Now you want me to go back with but my wife's in the other room. So then the nights I sleep alone, I'm just alone.
But the trick is Nicole doesn't want to be in the bed with you. That's really
Yeah, because I
using
snore.
The kid, right,
That's probably helpful.
using the kids as leverage.
The other thing though is the creak, right? When you get out, when they're finally asleep,
Creek.
and you go to get up, and they wake up instantly.
There is no escaping without them waking up. How many kids do you have?
I got 3 kids.
That's way too many.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a lot.
Yeah, I got too many. I got too many.
Wait, that's one too many.
I never
too
wanted
many.
to be outmanned.
That's where I went wrong. Is that I became outmanned.
That's what.
That
that's
was
why I went to,
that was like my tipping point when we went one more.
That's why I went
And
to
how
Dr.
many do you
Martin.
have?
I have 3.
Look at you.
How many boys and girls?
I have 3 boys.
Oh, 3. Oh, yeah.
I got a
that's
9-year-old,
low
a
maintenance.
5-year-old, and a 2-year-old.
Listen, I have a guy, one boy. You
One
got
boy.
Yeah, but you got 2 girls. That's high maintenance.
Yeah,
No,
it's very
the
hard.
Boys are
guys are way crazy.
Boys are easy. You push them on the floor.
Yeah, they're
you-
crazy,
you
but
go.
it's a lot
I
easier.
tell
It's
you,
like
the mom takes care of the kids.
that is
thank,
true.
Thank God. Thank
All right,
God.
but still,
I just want to say,
from 6 to 7 a.m., I'm there.
thank God for the moms, because it's much easier to go to work.
Yeah, 100%.
I come home from work, I get in there, who's arguing, who's fighting, who wants this for food, and I'm like, can I go back to work?
Yeah,
She's
it's like
like-
walking into the middle of an action flick, like when you're walking out.
Nikki, say something nice about your wife, because that's what we're doing.
No, I love my wife. I love my wife. She saved my life. That's it.
That's great.
That's nice. That works.
Yeah.
Is that what he said 5 minutes ago?
My wife tries to.
No,
start us to
I have
sleep.
no idea what he's talking about. I wasn't even here 5 minutes ago. I just got here.
We'll pull that footage later.
Yeah.
So, moving on.
We got rats.
I think it's about time for.
We don't need the rants. You could do.
I think we need a raps rant today.
We need the rant today. All right.
And now, for today's Raps Rant.
He made that. I'm very excited about this. Who knew he was a musician? Very cool.
This is cool. This is 90s WWF feel.
Complete mashup.
he is in
It's like
wrestling
Triple
as
H
well.
is about to walk out.
David's a wrestler.
So I thought you knew my rant.
David's a professional wrestler.
Wow. Wow. Really? Look at that.
You opened up with the banks. I thought that maybe I had said to you what my rant was. So
No.
money. My rant is about money. Money is a transactional means by which to acquire things. Money is bullshit. It's not real. 100 years ago, I gave you a goat, you'd give me eggs, right? Now, because someone said paper with a picture, it used to be backed by gold. Now we're just printing it. Banks are going out of business. What's your take? My take is that money means absolutely nothing. It's just a means of transaction, and whatever the next thing's going to be, whether it's crypto, whether it's digital currency, makes no difference because, as we saw this week, banks can close, things go bankrupt, companies go out of business, and life goes on, and they print more money.
So
You don't think NFTs and crypto played a hand in any of this?
I do. I absolutely do. But my point is, if, let's say you were a billionaire, millionaire, you see these guys on social all the time.
Yeah.
They say, I went to the bank. I requested to take $200,000 of my own money out of the bank. Couldn't get it. So even if you're giving the banks your money, you can't even get it back because at some point, if everyone were to withdraw money, there wouldn't be enough. So,
that is correct. And
so
that's
how do
when-
you feel about that?
But money is fungible. It does have a value. It's when it is regulated. When you keep printing money, yes, that's the cause of inflation. But the NFTs and the cryptocurrencies is what helped to cause the SVB Bank because they were highly invested in that. It was an old 1930 run on the bank. And then Signature Bank was because of, I think, 40% of their assets were in crypto.
Correct.
And that's what helped to lead the FDIC to have to step in. So as much as I understand what you're saying, money is fungible. It has a value. If I gave you $1, you're not going to give me $100.
But it's only because
Bill.
we have the value. So it's the same.
But
to
that-
me, it's what's the next thing?
Okay, but it's the same way. Time, we all know what 60 seconds is. Time is complete fake. Right? It's,
Albert Einstein.
it's made up. It's based on a rotation. That's something we've determined what time is. If you went to your boss and said, hey, you know what? Today, 60 minutes is going to be what I feel 60 minutes is. And you leave 2 minutes in, he's going to be like, I ain't paying you for that. Even though it's fake, it has a value that we've created. The dollar has a value we create.
What do you think the next thing is going to be is the question. That's my rant. Where
The
we
dollar
going?
bill.
You think it's always going to be $1? I disagree. I don't
you?
think it's going to be $1.
It's going to be like that
was the-
movie.
it was
What was
the
that?
euro-
In Time?
In Time with Justin Timberlake.
We're going to have it stamped
Think
here.
about it. It was the lira, then it was the euro, then it was whatever every other currency. It just continues to evolve. No one carries cash. How much cash do you have in your pocket? Honestly, over or under $100?
I have $5.
I have over 100.
I have about $10. What do you got in your pocket?
40.
Okay, but when you go out tonight, what are you going to use? Either your Apple Pay or your
Yeah,
debit
but
card?
I agree with you, but that's still linked to the value is still $1.
Yeah, but being a
the
restaurant
unit of
guy,
measure.
being a restaurant guy, once you go cash all day, that's when
He's no longer a restaurant guy.
That's all right.
but you're affiliated. You live the lifestyle, right?
Live the lifestyle. What a lifestyle! You could have traded places.
That's why when we own,
Nikki, don't
when we
own a
own the
restaurant.
pub. when
No,
we-
I used to be a cook in a restaurant, so I can only imagine.
He was trying to figure out how to print the money.
I was trying
used
to.
to
I should have
own-
hired you.
I used to own a pub in the city, and that was it. Like I would everywhere we went, I paid everything in cash.
Yeah.
I haven't screwed myself.
You were trying to launder money. That was
the first time.
We're talking about legit
I
folks.
screwed myself though. The first time I went we bought our apartment on Central Park West. It was like my credit was upside down because I paid everything in cash, and I never.
That makes sense.
I never truly.
You didn't establish it.
Right.
However, even if you use a credit card, it's still linked to a value of cash, the dollar.
Because cash is now, but it wasn't 200 years
But
ago.
the dollar, I don't see, even if you're basing on a credit card, the dollar is still just a unit that I don't see changing in any time soon.
Yeah, but it's also to your point earlier. If everybody wants to go take it out, there wouldn't be enough. Banks don't hold that much money.
No.
That's why I still don't understand why, in Great Hills, there's been people walking in trying to get rich by robbing a bank. It doesn't make sense.
They rob liquor
Yeah,
stores.
no.
It's easier.
Well, convenience shops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're robbing convenience stores.
Wherever the lotto is.
Right.
Wherever
No,
there's a
no,
lot,
no, all these like little smoke shops. That's what they're
smoke
stealing
shops,
from.
lottos.
Yeah,
Well, 'cause
well,
they're
that's
selling
why they're
drugs.
breaking
Yeah,
into.
yeah, because they're stealing.
They're selling drugs out of the way.
But that's why they're breaking into those smoke shops. But if you think about it, I think like an average small branch of a bank, I think has only somewhere between $25,000 and $50,000 on hand, if that.
Like when you go to the bank and you want to take out 100,000, you do that twice a week.
Twice a week. Yeah.
They have to call the armored truck. It's
Oh,
a pain in the
they
ass.
show
It's
up
not
right. They
just-
show up right to my house with
But
the
it
army
takes
truck.
time. Is my point.
Yeah, you can't go and you can't just walk in. Like when Nicole was a bank teller, she said if there was a business that needed to do a large withdrawal, you actually had to fill out paperwork. You would tell what time to
Yeah, you
come.
can't get it.
just walk in the bank and be like, hey, 100,000.
You can't take your own money
It's
back.
not like back in the old days. Like I saw you grew up in Brooklyn, Nick, right? I remember the old Independence Bank on Bay Ridge Parkway, and I don't remember what avenue, but it was the old. I used to go with my grandmother, had the vault that like had the two armored guards there. It was an actual vault. That's when banks used to have,
Yeah, like the Batman movie.
like they
Joker
actually
robbing
had cash on hand. Now the
Just
vault.
saying, we're gonna roll this back in 20 years when we're doing and using whatever we're using, and we're just gonna say that we were right.
All right, we're putting this in the. We're gonna put this in the time capsule.
Right, because
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking at my timestamp on my wrist. As I'm
whatever it's
watching
gonna
this.
be, it ain't gonna
Running
be
to
cash.
get my mom off the bus.
I'm gonna go
Turn
pay
the,
6 minutes for
they
a
turn the
coffee.
vaults into steakhouses now. Most places, a lot of places, they'll use that space, and it's like a gimmick.
I love steak, so that works out.
Capital Grill.
Yeah,
I do love Capital Grill. I haven't
money
been there in
and
years.
steak.
Anyhow,
This is where he pulls
Nikki
it in.
Santora,
That's where Dan reels us in.
What's going on?
we appreciate you coming in today.
Jess, I appreciate you guys inviting me down.
So give us a little of your backstory. Tell us what you're about.
I'm a 30-year-old, married, happily married with 3 kids, local Staten Islander who enjoys comedy and working hard.
That was nice.
I don't enjoy working hard. I have to work hard. If I can find ways to make money without working hard, I'd rather do that. But
So if you could do just comedy, we would give the working hard up.
if I can get paid for comedy, yeah, I'd give out in a day.
So that's
Second.
the goal.
You could do that. If
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
a
yeah.
passion, you could do it.
Yeah, if you're watching this and you want to pay me just to be a comedian,
And this podcast sponsored by Partners in Sound Production.
oh,
Talk about the transition from Brooklyn to Staten Island.
I'll put the logo on my forehead.
Put it wherever. For them to
Anywhere.
sponsor. But this whole podcast is about building brands, marketing,
Yes.
and doing it in a local level, and then perceivably taking it to a bigger scale. So, can you talk a little bit about what you've done to build that personal brand? Tell us about what your brand is and how you've boosted it.
My brand is, it's basically myself, my brand. It's Shaolin's Funny Guy. It's a page that I run on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. It's basically me. I do relatable comedy scenarios where sometimes I turn serious situations into comedy to kind of transition things for people. It's basically, I'm branding myself as like a comedian, but it's more like I took it from my personal page. I did everything on my personal page. And then I was like, all right, maybe I should start a page and just work under one logo or one brand. So I did Shaolin's Funny Guy, made the page, and then I branded everything to that logo. I don't own it. I don't have the copyrights or anything, but
We'll edit that out.
yeah. Somebody's going to buy it.
I might go on it tonight.
I'm going to get an email tomorrow.
get
Like,
on
you
that,
want to buy it? $200.
Way more than that. You heard I'm taking 100,000 at a time at the bank. I need more.
I own the website, Shaolin's Funny Guy. I bought that domain. So
That's important.
yeah,
All right,
I
so
bought that.
how long was it from the time you started to the time you went and actually started buying and branding as Shaolin's Funny Guy?
Probably 4 years.
And what made you get that need to do it? Was it a video went viral and you started getting followers, or did you do this preemptively?
More like I started doing stand-up gigs. I started reaching out to other local comedians, and I started opening my mind to other people's advice, basically. So that pushed me more to branding myself, doing merch. I do local merch with a company, Stereotype, on Staten Island. They help me make merch. That's something that they help me do. Yeah, it's really
Okay. And what came first, the stand-up comedy or your first viral video?
my first viral video.
So, living
that
proof
take you?
here that all it takes is social media and
Yeah,
a
yeah,
viral
yeah,
video
yeah.
to take it to
I
the
was
next
doing
level.
social media for 4 years before I got on a microphone.
Okay. What was the first viral video you had?
It was my wife shaking her ass and my little son shaking his head watching, if you want me to be serious.
Oh, the one where she gets ratchet.
Yeah, she gets ratchet on TikTok, and my son's like bobbing his head to it.
So you weren't even in that one.
No, I wasn't even in it. I was just filming.
So we should have had your wife come in. Wow.
She's gonna love that.
Booking.
Yeah. Shaolin's Funny Wife. She's been wanting to make a page.
She should definitely do it.
Yeah, she should. My son runs around calling himself Shaolin's Funny Kid.
We watched. You should totally do that. We watched the Brett Kreischer's stand-up thing on Netflix the other night. It was hilarious, but all he was doing is he was telling stories about how his family treats him, like what they say to him. His family sounds funnier than him, so it's worth listening to if you haven't watched it. It was awesome.
At what point did the personal go to the branding page just to expand on that? So you had
went
that
more
one
to-
piece of viral video, and then
It was more like I started making memes, and then I started thinking of I need something to put in the meme, like a watermark. So I made the logo with the NS, and it's circular, and it says Shaolin's Funny Guy. So I made that. I started putting it on memes on my personal page, and then I was like, let's just make a whole page to Shaolin's Funny Guy.
And how do you take that to where you are now with links to the merchandise? I see you have the subscription on
It took
Instagram.
a while. It took a while, to be honest with you. A lot of networking with other people helped me with growth on social media, finding like other people within my niche and like reaching out to them. I message people all the time on social media, whether they answer me or not, famous people, non-famous. I just send messages just to network.
All right, now
Hold
do
on.
you?
Give me 1 second, Mike. I got to step out of the room quickly. So, Nikki, if you don't mind stepping in.
Yeah, I can host this.
That was what I was doing. I was
I
going to
host this,
actually have him ask if he could be a host, and we were going to get you out of here funny,
Yeah.
but you ruined it. Clearly not the comedian. Let's go.
Yeah, you know what?
Don't change chairs because we got the camera over.
Okay, okay.
That's the problem.
I just don't have the vocabulary.
Somebody get security.
Dan's leaving because his hair is not as lustrous as it usually is today. So I'm curious personally about the subscription-based Instagram. Talk about that. How do you qualify for that? What does it mean? How did
Wait, hold on. You're going to re-ask this.
What's going on, Dan? How you feeling today?
Why the long face, Dan?
I don't think he liked the episode of Mandalorian last night.
I don't think his hair looked that good today, so he ran.
He has those longing eyes.
He looks like an angry Russell Crowe.
Angry Russell Crowe.
Yeah, let's talk about that. You
He's
really
like-
look like Russell Crowe. I don't.
I don't know. I think he looks like Russell Crowe.
Do I sound like Gilbert Gottfried?
He texted his
No,
wife.
no,
Just so you know.
no, not really. I mean, maybe. No.
He texted his wife, just so you know. He left
Did
the
he?
room.
Did he? Yeah.
He's actually talking to her right now. He's not in a meeting. It's all about what you said.
All right, so let's rein this back in.
He's
Pull it back,
tweeting to
pull it
Russell
back.
Crowe right now.
Your first viral video with your wife.
Yes,
TikTok.
yes, it was on TikTok.
How many views did you get in that?
That video got 3 million views.
And what's that feel like? That good.
It was awesome, but then again, it was a video of my wife shaking her behind. So it was like, it wasn't even of me or my content. So it inspired me to go harder to make a better video.
Didn't inspire you to shake your ass.
I've tried
Have you
that
done
before.
that?
I've already failed that many times. So I've
Hang on,
accepted that. I do not have an ass shaking ass.
So, do you remember like how many followers did you have on TikTok pre that video?
Before that video, I had about 7,000, and then that video took me up to 23.
In like how day, week?
Within a week. Like
So
a week,
more than almost quadrupled your count.
yeah, it was quick.
And then from there, where are you on TikTok now?
Right now, I'm at almost 70,000.
7,000. And how long ago was this first video?
This video was the beginning of last year. No, the middle of the year before, so about 18 months ago.
Okay, so you went for 20. You've more than doubled already.
Yeah,
More-
my views since then went from, I was at like 6 million views, and now I just hit 28 million views.
Okay, that's awesome. How do you get that? How do you do that?
Consistency.
What
And
are,
I
like,
try
tips?
consistency, and I try to speak on things that are going on in the moment or relatable things. So either what's the word, like current events, like something that's
Yep.
like in the current events, speaking about something that's trending, or something that's more relatable.
Did you talk about the banks collapsing?
Not yet, not
'cause
yet.
it's
You
not
know what
fun-
it is? I don't know too much about it. That's why I stayed quiet in that conversation you were having, the rant.
No, you
I
just
had
heard
no
me
idea.
say money is useless, and you were like, this kid's fucking out of his mind.
Yeah, no, I have no idea what, but I'm open to all knowledge. I don't know too much about it, so I don't really speak.
Well,
I
banks
just make it
close
up.
and take all your money. Eventually, we're going to use something else. But remember, it was
Yeah.
here first. It was said
We're
here
trying
first. I
again.
don't care.
We're trying again.
Yeah.
All right. So 3 million with your wife.
Yes.
What was
It sounds
the
bad when you say it that way.
What was the highest that you've gotten in views on for something you released?
3.2 million.
All right. So you beat her.
So you beat
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I beat her. Yeah.
You made sure you did that.
Yeah, I did that shit.
And what was that video?
It was me ringing a doorbell, holding Italian food, pretending to be Italian, moving into a neighborhood in Florida, and offering chicken franchise to the neighbor and saying, "Oh, if you need anything, I know a guy. I just moved in," and like kind of being like a New Yorker in Florida, and it took off.
But most of the New Yorkers are in Florida.
Yeah, that's why it was perfect. He was like, "Hey, what's going on?" When I moved down to Florida, my neighbor, the first thing he said to me, he was like, "Oh, I'm Joe from East New York." I was like, "This is fucking, this is
of course.
great." Like, I'm trying to get away from this.
Everybody's there.
What part,
Yeah.
what part of Florida?
Port St. Lucie.
Yeah. You're,
And then I lived next to Miguel he was from Jamaica, Queens.
There you go,
yeah,
of course.
I lived in Port St. Lucie when I was in 8th grade, like
Wow, so
5th to
you-
8th
wow,
grade.
wow.
So yeah, my parent, Morning Star Elementary School. Like,
Okay, yeah.
You could tell by his tan skin.
Yeah, my ten. Then we came back, but
I came back too.
all the Staten Islanders in Brooklyn.
I say it's
they're
a
all
sixth
in-
borough. There's an Italian mark called Two Fat Guys from Brooklyn. In the heart of Port St. Lucie, they make fresh mozzarella, semolina bread, and they're really taking off down there. But it's giving it like that Brooklyn feel.
They're catering to their own.
It's the only place you can get a Manhattan special in Port St. Lucie.
Yeah.
I
looked
heard the story
everywhere.
about the
Well,
Manhattan Special. We're
I
not
looked
talking about
everywhere.
that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
tell you-
my love for
We're not
Manhattan
here- we're not here
specials.
about
I'm gonna put you in on a little secret that I don't know if I could put on this, but I'm gonna tell you how Staten Island is. At one point, Eddie from Country Donuts was trying to open a Country Donuts in Port St. Lucie
Wow.
2 years ago.
Wow.
Doesn't get any more Staten Island than that.
That's
So
crazy.
You can really escape to the right place.
Yeah, I was calling it the sixth borough. When I was the community behind my in-laws' home is being called Central Park, and the middle of the community, they're making a miniature Central Park. So they're turning Florida into New York City, basically.
All right.
Because everybody wants to leave, but they all really want to stay.
Yeah,
You don't want to leave everything.
They want to move down there, but they don't want to call it a sub. They want to call it a hero.
Right. A sub. Wow, that's
what
funny.
they were calling
They,
it, a
they
sub.
do. Well, like,
They made fun of me saying the word hero.
Hero.
Oh, what does it come with a cape? That's what they used to say.
but
What,
in,
does a sandwich have a
in,
cape?
in reality, like, all right, this is a rant. A hero is something hot. A sub
Okay.
Is this
has
true?
cold cuts. Technically, if you really look at it, like a sub is cold cuts, but they'll call it a meatball sub. They call everything a sub, but
Yeah.
I call everything a hero because I'm from New York. But that's really what
We call it a hero. I don't know, or a sandwich.
I am a hero.
A sandwich.
Yeah.
Don't eat me.
A sandwich.
Sandwich.
So back to virality and all that stuff. So what do you recommend for content creators, whether you're an individual or a brand? What can these guys and gals do to increase what they're doing?
If you're on social media and you're trying to build your brand and you're trying to reach a broader audience, what I suggest is, number one, consistency. You got to post. I try to post at least 3 posts a day. You have to stay consistent because that's what people want. We live in a day and age where if you're not relevant, people don't want to know about you. You got to stay relevant every day.
Stay seen, stay relevant.
Yeah, exactly.
Trademark
You have to
reference.
stay on the timeline because that's how Instagram works. If you stay posting and interact with people, that's how you stay on the timeline. You stay people scrolling, you get views. I also suggest whatever your brand is, find a community with that niche and reach out to that community. Like me, it was comedy. I reached out to local comedians when I first started or local content creators. Hey, what's up? I'm making videos. You want to collab? So if you're doing something like fashion design or even if you want to do like a page about like old cars, like classic cars, reach out to other pages that are local that do classic cars, go to events, meet up with people and network with people within whatever your brand is built around.
What about the platforms themselves? Do you have any tips and tricks for something you do on TikTok versus Instagram versus Facebook? Or
I suggest when it comes to TikTok, you have to be more up to speed on what's trending. So the way to get viral on TikTok, which I've seen, is like finding like what's popular at the moment versus Instagram is more of a, I guess, like a slower paced build up. Like I get more views on TikTok. The hashtags, use hashtags that are about your brand and what you're posting about. That's how you get more views also.
Correct me if I'm wrong, because on Instagram, really your followers see you and you're relying on them to like and share, right? And get that build. Where TikTok, you're basically just going into the feed, and the more people viewing, the quicker you're moving up that chart.
You have to pay for
People to
that.
see.
social versus interest graph?
Yeah, on Instagram, you have to pay for that. You have to advertise your own post to get put on, sponsored, stuff like that. But TikTok, if you're getting good numbers and they see it, that's how they...
It brings you up.
And also, when I've been reposted from like Clips, Daquan, World Star, I was on Ridiculousness. That was all from TikTok. That was from people seeing my content on TikTok. I wasn't like, I've reached a bigger audience on TikTok. Like I connected with Andy Milanakis on TikTok. He would have never saw my video if it was on Instagram, but he must have been scrolling and saw my video on his For You page.
So what
Dan's
type?
back. Hold on.
Dan's back. Dan's back.
I think we like the other guy better.
Yeah, he ain't gonna talk as much.
Throw my headphones. He had to take a bathroom break.
So,
He had Chipotle for dinner.
I guess that Megan was pretty good. He's back within
smiling.
10 minutes.
He's
All
smiling.
right.
He's good.
So
Dan just made money.
Dan didn't lose money.
That's the job.
With when you see a celebrity follows you on TikTok, what's that feel like?
That's awesome. That's awesome. And it could be like, you know the guy Eamon? He made that song. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
He's from Staten Island. He loves my content. He follows me. He's always reaching out, messages me. If I post something about my family, he'll message me and be like, oh, you're in my prayers. That's awesome because when I was younger, I was listening to him
was
to
the
get
song.
over
Right, him.
like broken hearts. Like I've dedicated his song to so many females in junior high school. It's like him, or there's an actor from the show The Wire. He's from Stapleton. Like he's connected with Wu-Tang and stuff like that. He follows me. And he messaged me all the time, yo, you're doing great, bro. And just hearing that from somebody who I've seen on TV growing up is awesome.
Well, Staten Island people love to see other Staten Island people.
Yeah, yeah.
We gotta get you filed now by Pete Davidson yet?
He talked to his agent. He doesn't do social media.
Colin Jost?
No, I've tried. I reached out to him and that guy, Jude Apatow or whatever.
Oh yeah. I would be trying for Scarlett Johansson.
I reach for the stars. I go for Sofia Vergara. Oh my God, take this off. I'll be fighting my wife tonight.
You said the favorite celebrity that you told us before we started that's following you is Scott Baio.
No, Scott LaVedo.
Oh,
Scott
is it Scott
LaVedo.
LaVedo.
Oh, you ruined the lead up to that
I
one.
ruined it.
Yeah.
Who's Scott LaVedo?
That's who his wife.
talking about
his wife likes.
I thought
Don't
his
you
wife,
dare talk about my wife's crush like that.
I thought
Scott
the wife.
LaVedo.
You better put respect
Scott
on his
La-
name.
The
Oh, the
patriotic
artist.
artist.
Scott's gonna be doing a picture of
You
your
were
wife's
thinking
ass. he said.
Chachi Arcola.
He's the guy who tried to fight Nancy Pelosi.
Yes. Oh, so that's your wife's crush?
Yeah, yeah.
And
See,
I
that's why
literally
they get
thought.
it.
So I was setting up earlier. I literally heard Scott Baio. I'm like, oh, Charles in charge.
Charles in charge.
And that's why when
I have no idea who that is.
Wow,
Really?
really?
You're
Who's
30 years
Charles?
old. You don't know
come
who
on.
Charles in charge?
I have no idea.
Charles in charge.
It was a very popular show.
It was a
90s.
popular show.
Yeah, I grew up. I didn't really
80s,
have
90s.
TV.
It was in the 80s.
Yeah, the 80s. What was it? Welcome Back, Kotter.
No, that was like the 70s.
My mom was on.
You-
Mom loved
you-
that show.
You skipped a whole generation.
Okay,
missed a
okay.
lot.
The 80s is like Die Hard, right?
Jimmy
Die Hard
Saved
was-
by the
Up
Bell.
your nose with the
Saved
right.
by the Bell.
yeah,
You know Saved by the Bell.
So
Okay.
when I heard Dan say, I've never heard that before, I thought he was making a joke because every girl loves Scott Baio.
Oh.
He's
He's
like-
like the Mario.
Every girl.
Yeah,
He was on
he
Happy
knows.
Days too.
He was Happy
Was
Days
he?
too,
He was
yeah.
Chachi Arcola.
Oh.
He had the
Well, he was like
bandana
the-
tied around his thigh.
I don't know.
What? You never watched the Fonz?
I listen. Never.
You seem
never,
like you'd idolize the Fonz.
I would idolize
The Fonz.
No,
It's
I'm
the
not a
guy
Fonz
that goes,
guy.
E, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the
The
one
guy,
that's
the,
going
the
to
guy who
now.
plays Adam Sandler's dad in Click.
Yeah, there you go.
I have no idea who that is.
No idea who
all right.
He's a
Scott
water
Baio.
boy too.
Yeah, he was in
20
yeah,
years
he-
from now, they're going to be scrolling
His
your name and
sister's
they're going to be like,
somebody-
oh, that's him.
His
I don't know who
sister's
that is.
somebody
This guy's
famous,
cool.
too.
They're like, oh, this is a fat Pete Davidson.
All right, so the league up, and it was a bust.
It's all right, but Dan's back now and everything went well.
So glad.
Dan's back.
So, Nikki, tell us how you took all of this and then translated into, you said you have a merch line. I know you have a subscription-based portion of your Instagram. How do you get there at that point? And what does that look like?
To get there, I really had to like understand my audience and understand social media in a whole. So I started posting like certain things, like the Staten Island. I posted a meme, people loved it. So I reached out to my friend. I was like, yo, I think we could put this on a t-shirt. Like the amount of people that like it. So I did it. I posted defund Easy Pass. People went crazy. So now I'm in the works of making a defund Easy Pass shirt without getting in trouble for like copyright or whatever. But I'm in the process, and I feel like that shirt's gonna do good too because you get a feel like it's like throwing a fishing line out there. I see what's biting, and then I double up on it, and then
So you're able to monetize your feed, and you're not pushing it. People are just buying it because it's interesting. I've never seen
I
you
did.
post,
I did
like, please
35
buy this
sales
shirt.
the first day. I posted it that day, and the kid hit me up at the end of the night. He was like, "Bro, you sold over 30 items the first day." I was like, "Oh shit!" And then when he sent me my money this month, he was like, "This is the biggest payout I've done to a single person off a merch drop," and I'm like, "That's crazy."
Now, Instagram subscriptions. You can actually subscribe on Instagram.
Right. So
now?
it's a new. That's what I want you to talk about.
But no,
it's new.
to be honest with you, I don't really know too much about it.
So they just reached out and they were like-
I was banned on Instagram for 3 months. I was on a 3-month ban.
Okay.
Because I said Jeffrey Dahmer was killing gay people.
And they banned you.
Yeah, they said I was inciting violence towards the LGBTQ community.
So how'd you get back?
I was on a 3-month ban. I wasn't able to make money for 3 months. I couldn't monetize for 3 months. And then
Wow.
I got back in January. And then for some reason, they weren't letting me go live until a couple of weeks ago. And then last month, they finally okayed me to get subscriptions.
And what does that look like? What do you need to reach a certain threshold? Because it's a new feature.
Yeah. From what I understand is you have to have over 10,000 followers and you have to get at least 100,000 views within a 30-day period.
And are you allowed to pick? Do you have a back office of that? What it looks like, the content that subscribers are allowed to see versus what the public is allowed
Yeah,
to see,
yeah.
and you could pick the price of what you want to charge.
Yeah.
So
I think the most you could do though is $5.
a month.
Yeah.
And now, and you're able to post. Is it like the OnlyFans now on Instagram? So now you can post private
How do you
content
segregate
just to
that?
them.
I honestly have no idea. I haven't done it
You
yet.
just hope. You just
really-
like the, these people
I haven't
all join
because
it, like,
I haven't opened up that door yet because I'm not ready to mentally like get sucked into that and like figure that out yet.
Okay.
So after this show, I'm going to sign up. We're all going to sign up. You better put some shit on there. If I'm paying $5 a month, I want to see something.
Yeah.
All these
Shake some
subscribers.
ass. I already said I have no ass. So
All these subscribers right now, I keep paying, but I never post anything.
I gotta start taking pictures of my feet or something.
So how do you monetize it currently? Because you said you weren't able to monetize over the course of those 3 months.
Currently, just every month they ask you to sign up for the bonus program, and you sign up for it, and that's how you monetize your stuff and make money off it. It's called the creator bonus. And then people could give you gifts. Like you buy a gift, you could pay $5 for a rose, and then you send it to somebody, and then they turn that into $5 in their pocket. That comes from going live. Like you go live and people send you gifts. Right. That's crazy.
Now,
that I was just welcomed back into the live community, so I haven't really touched in that yet.
Have you gone live yet? Do you go
I went
live?
live maybe 2 weeks ago when they first allowed me back, just to get a couple of minutes in, because there's like a way to get paid more. If you go live, you have to do like over an hour of live, like a month or something like that. And like it opens you up to like new incentives. So I'm trying to work towards that.
So in terms of like live video, I've heard the easiest way to make monetized going live is Twitch.
I've never done that, but TikTok live is a lot more active than
Isn't
Instagram.
Twitch for gaming?
Twitch used to only be for gaming. Now they say it's the quickest and fastest path to monetizing live video.
Wow.
And
Tom Bannis has
he
had great success. You know Tom Bannis? You do. What if you
I've
saw
met
him?
him.
You know
We've been in
him.
the same room.
Great guy, friend of ours.
yeah.
He monetized his Twitch channel. He's got.
Oh, we should get you. We should make an introduction because he has that comedy show that
We'll
he
put you
does
on.
live. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm down.
with that,
He has a great show.
and his co-host is like a real comedian,
Yes,
right?
it escapes my mind. If I said the name, you would know who the comedian is because he's a big time guy. But it escapes my
And
mind.
they have real, they're good.
They're very good.
And
he monetized Twitch just to your
very
point.
quickly.
Yes, very
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah, they say Twitch is very easy to monetize.
Yeah, I'm trying to become like the next Impractical Joker. I tried to reach out to them. Tried to take that guy Joe Gallo spot or whatever, but I haven't gotten bit.
You got it's
I threw
Joe
a couple-
Gallo. You gotta
Gallo?
know, if
Is
you're
it
gonna
Gallo?
take his job, you gotta know his name.
What's his name?
Joe Gatto.
Oh,
He's
Joe,
a big fan.
Joe Gallo.
Listen, they're both big fans.
Oh, Joe
I love
Gallo
him.
is the guy that Sebastian Maniscalco played in
Yes.
The Irishman.
Yes,
Joe
that's-
Gallo, crazy
yeah.
Joe Gallo. That's why.
I would like. I love the Impractical Jokers. Like we both love them. We just saw them. I actually just saw them live. But I think if you reach for the stars, open for Sebastian Maniscalco.
Because wait, you can try for
No,
him?
you should try to open for Sebastian
Yeah, he's
Maniscalco.
great.
That's
He's great.
Reaching
That
for the
movie's coming
Stars.
out with him and Robert De Niro.
Oh, he's in another movie.
It's coming out. It's about like an immigrant father. Rob De Niro plays his father.
Makes
Oh,
sense.
that's
Like
funny.
embarrasses him, like
it
the
makes sense.
Italian immigrant father, like that.
Like
he
his
has to
real
bring-
father embarrassed him.
Yeah, exactly. He's like depressed for 30 years. You really take pills for. But yeah, there's Sal Volcaro.
Yes.
Right? Am I saying it right?
Volcano.
He does the podcast with Chris Stefano.
Yes.
And
Where'd
he
you go to
actually
high
lives
school?
on Staten Island now.
Where'd you go to high school?
I went to high school in Tottenville. I didn't go to Farrell.
So you're out.
Well,
Yeah,
you went
I
to
know.
Farrell? Am I
went
sitting
to
amongst a
school in
bunch of
Chicago.
Farrell? Oh, yeah, that's right.
They're tight though. I mean,
Why,
Farrell-
Farrell? Who cares about Farrell? What are you talking
Because
about?
that's where all the Impractical Jokers went.
They went to Farrell. Yeah. No, I'm a nerd. I went to Tech.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's smart.
Yeah. I actually spoke about that in one of my videos. I was talking about the high schools on Staten Island. I was like, if you went to Tech, I probably wasn't friends with you because you
Why
probably.
not? I
I would
wasn't
have
that
I would have never got accepted into that school.
You really think you're funny
Mike's
now,
an
though,
elitist.
don't you?
He's pretty funny.
I'm
He's
not
pretty
funny.
I'll give
Don't
him that.
feed into it.
I'll give him that. I'll boost the ego a little
Wow,
bit.
don't feed into it.
He's not fine. We know.
I feel Nicole's pain sometimes.
God.
The more time you spend with me, the more you feel her pain. She's an angel.
So do you use the social to book yourself for in-person comedy acts, or how does that all
Yeah.
fold over? So talk a little bit
Yeah,
about
I post. I have an email, bookthefunnyguy@gmail.com. So I post that. I put it in my bio. If you have anything, just shoot me an email, and I get things all the time. But random things like I want to do a photo shoot, wear my clothes, or people like Burrow Supply. Shout out to Burrow Supply. They sent me this hoodie. A lot of companies.
How
sent
much
me.
they pay you to wear that hoodie?
They don't pay me none. They just send me free clothes.
I'll give you lots of free shirts if
Yeah, I
you're
was
going to
gonna
wear
say.
them. I have tons
I
of Techie Geek shirts.
am a t-shirt slut.
I have, but the problem is he might take it and the wrong person seeing it, and the trademarks will be coming after me. What's he wearing?
I'll end up going viral for a video that I shouldn't have been saying.
You got to give him the shirt you wore today. I don't have
Yeah,
my
yeah,
phone.
You want an advanced T-shirt?
I do want an advanced t-shirt.
Yeah,
That
you
would
got to
be
get one
awesome.
of those.
All right.
Yeah,
So
that would be awesome.
Talking about branding, I'm gonna give you a tip right now. You told me you own the domain, right?
Yes,
for your website.
ShaolinFunnyGuy.com.
Okay, great. We really got to get your email to be bookme at ShaolinFunnyGuy.com, not
Oh,
at
yeah,
gmail.com.
You're right,
He's the
you're
tech
right.
guy.
I'm
He's
not
big
there
into
yet. I'm
that.
not
He's
there
I'll
big
yet.
help
into
you
that.
with that. That's
Baby
fine.
steps, baby
Right now,
steps.
he's getting DMs. He doesn't even read emails.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
all about
yeah,
what's in the
yeah.
DMs.
I'll help you. I got you on this.
I've had people
honestly-
reach out and offer to like manage me and stuff, but I'm not paying you to manage me. I'm not even making money myself. What am I going to pay you?
Listen, one of the best things about the Staten Island business community is that they're very giving, right? They want to be able to see people and be supportive to them. When he offers help, that's a complete, genuine thing that you should take him up on, because he could take your business from where it is to being structured in a way where you can start booking more and consistently get going with it.
But as long
He's
as
a
I
great
help
bu-
you,
he's
we
a good
just
businessman,
every
for sure.
video you just gotta make fun of him.
That's
Oh
fine.
yeah. At the end of every video, I'll just end it with a
that picture
damn joke.
No, I
With a
think
damn
every
joke.
video we should just ring his doorbell like
Yeah,
middle of the
yeah.
night.
And then it opens like rubbing his eyes. Damn, you suck.
My father-in-law will come downstairs with his gun. What are you doing?
Gotta
You can
step-
even ask. He lives with his father-in-law. That's even more concerning.
That's
though.
scary. Honestly, that's scary. That means I got two men. I gotta say, you suck too. Man.
He's sleeping in bed with children. No one. I'm just saying. He's got 3 different things going on there.
It's a family house. We're in Staten Island.
Yeah, anything is possible on Staten Island.
So, consistency, you said, is the number one tip.
Yeah.
We spoke about in TikTok how quick it is to climb. Do you also get worried when you see it drop, right? Because they say in TikTok, as quick as you go up, as
Yeah.
quick as you can
Yeah.
drop.
Yeah, no, I haven't dropped in a sense where I've lost followers, but I get what you're saying, where the notification number gets lower and lower. Like I'll go on and be like 83 new notifications, then you go on, it's like 140 new notifications, then you go on, it's like 4 new notifications, and it's devastating.
I was gonna say, how does that feel?
Yeah, it's devastating.
When you did you
At least you're honest.
Yeah, it is, because it's like it's a high. You know, like you get a little excited and everything, and it's a letdown when it's like, damn.
Right.
Or you post a video and you think it's gonna do really good, and it doesn't.
that's got yeah.
And then you
that's the
post a
worst.
video where this might not hit, and then boom, it takes off.
3-month ban from Instagram.
Yeah.
Did you lose followers?
No. I honestly, I think I did better. I did better. I just didn't get paid for it. My views went up. My following went
Were
up.
you able? So you weren't able to post.
I was able to post.
You just
I
weren't able to monetize.
Yeah. I couldn't make money. with
Okay, so
anything I
you
did.
still could post.
Oh
and
yeah, I was
everything.
able to post whatever I
So it
want. I
wasn't
couldn't
like
go live.
wasn't like a Facebook ban where they
Oh
literally.
no! I wasn't like locked out of Instagram. No.
Okay, so
I've been-
still
I've been-
could post,
yeah.
but you just like, hey, no
He would
money.
have cried.
Yeah. They gave me a 24-hour no post. I couldn't post for 24 hours, and then when the decision came down, it turned into a 3-month no monetizing. That was
But
my
post. Okay.
So
Now, how did-
my views went up, my following went up, my engagement went up, everything was going up, and then I just wasn't making money off of it.
Okay. Now, YouTube, you get hit with something against the video. They only demonetize that one video. And I guess in Instagram, it doesn't work that way. They just demonetize your whole channel.
Well,
or is it
it depends. It depends. They hit me hard for no reason, to be honest with you. I posted a video of my son in the bath without from the waist up, and it was like bathing a 2-year-old is a workout or something. It was like a funny meme video, and they took it down for child nudity. And then the Jeffrey Dahmer video was a week after that, so it was like
So you
back
got
to back.
two back to
Yeah,
back.
so it was like boom, 3 months.
we can't post
The
pictures
craziest thing.
of our kids in the bathroom?
I've watched videos of Britney Spears naked dancing.
No problem with that.
And that was fine, but my son couldn't have just in the bathtub from the waist up. There was suds and everything you couldn't see from the bottom, but they said it was child nudity.
You ever see the Nirvana cover?
That guy's suing Nirvana.
He's suing them,
Yeah.
right?
He's pissed.
I would sue too. You see how small that guy's penis is?
So no, like he's trying to get that image removed from any more productions of the album coming out and everything like that. He's saying that they took advantage of him when he was young. It wasn't fair to do to him.
Yeah,
What-
he should pick that problem with his parents.
He's not getting
them.
paid for it. He's
Yeah.
not getting paid. No,
I have no idea.
His parents got paid.
But I don't think as much as they thought they would get paid. But whoever thought that would be what it is today, like that iconic album cover. But how long ago was that now? 30 years ago?
I don't know not one Nirvana song, but I know that album.
You know the cover, yeah.
You don't know one Nirvana song?
I'm strictly hip hop.
Yeah, me too.
I'm very biased when it comes to music. I don't know why. It's just how it is. I like country music too, here and there. Nice
Okay.
little love country song.
There you
Little
go.
country song.
But you know, they say in where we are in 2023, a lot of hip hop now is actually punk rock. There's a lot
Oh,
of
yeah. I don't listen to new hip hop.
so we're only exclusively
Yeah, or if you're a new hip hop artist, it has to be like conscious rap, like talking about something like I listen to. I'm not into beats and dancing and that kind of music. Like I want to listen to like Nas, like stuff like that, like music artists that speak on relevant things to listen to.
Stuff you can relate to.
Yeah, relatable things. We talk about like Jay-Z's album where he talks about like investing money and doing this and that. It's like stuff that you could learn from versus listening to a song about some kid taking Xanax.
Jay-Z's album you could learn about investing from? I never
The
even knew that.
444 album, yeah. He spoke a lot on the
So it's like a podcast?
a little bit, to be honest with you. Maybe with a little bit of Beyonce money mixed in.
So we should do that. That should be, let's just do a whole, you know how some TV shows, they just sing like the whole episode? We should just do a podcast where we just like rap or sing or something.
Yeah.
I think
we should charge.
isn't there software for that? Isn't there AI?
Auto-tune?
Yeah.
We'll just hook up.
We'll make like a SoundCloud account. We'll become SoundCloud podcasters.
Now you say you're strictly hip hop, but so my buddy AJ is in a pretty popular band called Fire from the Gods, but he blends hip hop with heavy metal. Was that
Okay, so like back in the day, like what Run DMC did with Aerosmith.
heavier,
Was it Aerosmith?
heavier than that?
Aerosmith is not heavy metal.
What about like
he's
Linkin
heavy
Park
metal.
and JC? No, Linkin Park's not
You're,
heavy metal, right?
you're still not as heavy, but
Going
you
into
get
the-
It's heavy
you're
metal, like
working-
Five Finger Death Punch?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah, so they just opened for them.
oh, really?
Yeah.
That's like the only heavy metal band I know. Or
Do you
Avenged
like
Sevenfold?
They're heavy.
All right. I don't
They're
really know.
what is it? Van
Van
Metal
Halen.
conversation.
Van Halen or Helsing? No. What's it?
Van Helsing.
Van Helsing
yes.
was a great movie.
Van Helsing. Oh, no,
Van
no.
Halen, you're right.
Van Halen, yeah, that
Van
guy.
Helsing was a terrible
Yeah,
movie.
terrible movie.
Van
only
Halen's
kidding.
pop.
Yeah, it's like saying Hellboy was a good movie.
Never saw that either.
Yeah, Hellboy sucked.
You saw both of them. Who you kidding?
Of course I
David's
saw
being
both.
slowly destroyed inside. That's
What? Van Helsing was your favorite?
No, because I'm a metalhead and y'all are killing me.
Oh, man. I know nothing about metal. The Beatles were metal, no?
Yes.
Hey, pop.
100% heavy
pop.
metal.
It's like saying Taylor Swift is a country singer. She's pop.
She was.
Nah, I don't think she ever
Her
was.
first album was more country than pop, and then she realized where the money was.
Once you
Yeah,
make
that's
money.
true. I might go pop. Throw some
right.
money at me. I'll become
Well,
like,
let's talk about that. Would you sell out for money?
oh, 100%. 100%.
At least the bigger.
100%. 100%.
nothing
Anybody
wrong
who
with that.
said that money doesn't change you didn't make enough money. You throw enough money at me, I'll be whatever you want to be. I don't care.
He's going to be reading children's books going forward on
That's it.
Instagram.
If would you be in a bathtub with
For
suds?
now though, once I'm established, I'm cutting all that shit out. Just to get established.
Just to
It's
get,
like I need to find like my. No, I'm not gonna say that joke. I'm not gonna say that joke. Never mind.
so
Get
right
ready
now
to
you
bleed.
said what? How many followers on TikTok?
About almost 70,000.
All right, and that was in 18 months from that first viral clip.
Yeah.
So where do you see the next 18 months, and what are your goals? Because similar to a business, it's a business you're running. Even though it's your
Yeah.
brand and it's your social, it's a business, right? So
Yeah.
you may not have a business plan written down, but you got to think about
Yeah,
the
my-
future
my-
and what
my-
you're trying to do.
The one goal I had with TikTok was when it shows you how many likes you have, I wanted that million. That when you look at my page, it says likes. I wanted that 1M, and now I'm at like 1.6. But my next goal is to get 1 million followers. That's my next goal on TikTok. But I just have to stay more consistent. To be honest with you, with the holidays recently, and I switched jobs. I went working for a new company, been busting my ass a little more. So I've been slacking when it comes to TikTok. Instagram, I'm quick with it because I have the Time Hop app where it shows me like my recent posts from that today years ago. So I see something from 3 years ago and be like, oh, I can repost that today, get some. So I do that more on Instagram. But with TikTok, you have to put more of like more creativeness into what you post.
What are some of the tools you use that anyone listening or watching could also use and download? And there's millions of them. We're using,
Like,
I'm personally using probably 20 or 30 of them. And
Like apps to like
apps, what do you use
editing
to-
and stuff.
to edit, to add retouches.
To be honest with you, I do a lot of my editing on Instagram Reels and on TikTok.
on the platform.
Yeah. But I do
you
a
go.
little something crazy because once you post on TikTok, it's got the TikTok watermark.
Right.
So before you post it, you have to go to edit and then screen record the video while it's playing on your phone and then just crop it.
So that's the trick.
And then you could take a TikTok video and then post it on everything else without it having to. Because once it puts that TikTok,
TikTok,
you don't get money on Instagram.
Now that you just said that, TikTok will make a software that, like, when you're in a bank app, you can't screen record it.
Yeah.
Aren't they about to blacklist TikTok anyway? Aren't we about to lose it in America?
This is
never
where
know.
Dan will go into where the beta test dummies, right?
We are. We are. We're the only country that's monetized.
What do you mean?
We're the only country that's allowed to have advertisements on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard in China, like if you're
So they
under
test it.
18, everything on TikTok is like info, like how to build stuff and like how to become an engineer and like how to do math and shit. Like if you're under 18, you actually have to watch like real stuff.
Here's how to do a algorithm.
This isn't a kid eating Tide Pods. This is a kid building like a canoe.
The kid eating Tide
Yeah,
Pods.
yeah.
I like where you went with that.
No, but literally, they as a company are trying to figure out the best way to make money and sell advertisements on there. So we're the only country that it's allowed in right now.
Like the guinea pigs.
Yeah.
So I got a question on TikTok. I've been doing a lot of reading, doing a lot of testing. I don't know the answer, but you may know this answer. How important is the text when you first open the video? When you post, there's a spot in the top where you can write something.
Oh yeah,
a lot of people do. A lot of people
you
don't.
caption your video. It's if you're trying to make a statement with the video, or if you're trying to surround the video about one purpose. If you're writing like things people slang words in Staten Island for say. If you write it in the video, it'll grab more people's attention. Versus if you don't write it and they hear the first one, you say, oh, people in Staten Island say this instead of this. They're like, oh, this is going to be whack. But if you post it in the caption, they're like, all right, maybe the next one he says is going to be good. And they'll listen to the whole video.
So it does boost it.
It definitely does boost it. But not me personally, I put it on, but then I set a duration where it comes off. So it doesn't stay there the whole video. Just the first like 3 to 4 seconds to get people's attention, to draw them in. And then after that, I take it off.
So you're not talking about like you're talking about the caption, or are you talking about on the video, the text on the video?
When you press the plus button, there's a field that pops up. And it's not, I don't think it's called the caption. You actually can,
Oh, no.
It's embedded. I
No,
think it's for the search.
I don't mean, I might be saying it wrong. I don't mean like caption where it shows what you're saying, but like a caption to the video.
Just
like,
the title.
A title, like a title to the
but
a title, not a
it
caption.
shows up on the video. Though.
It shows up like above your head while you're talking. And
This
then-
does it. I don't have my phone.
You're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're talking about. 'cause
As you're
like-
talking, it shows what you're saying.
No, they actually give you a spot now for the description
It's
of the
new.
video.
I'm saying you got to know, but more than I do. But
Yeah,
Where,
when
on
you
TikTok?
upload,
Like when you go to like it's when you actually go to upload it, I
Right.
think it shows up.
and then you're able to put some text. You don't see that text.
Like you can even put
but that's
hashtags
useful
there and different things.
in the search. When you search, that's what populates, and that's what I'm understanding and reading. Because as Dan will tell you, the second largest search engine is YouTube, and now TikTok is, in my opinion, emulating that model of where you can search. So when you search Staten Island, you pop up, of course.
Yeah.
But if you
I love that, by the way.
nice, right? Feels good.
Yeah. That just made me feel warm and fuzzy inside. So thank you for that.
But if you caption these videos with these ghost captions, I don't know what they're called, but if you use that, now you'll be able to have tags, almost like tags instead of
Okay,
hashtags.
I see what you're saying. So the photo will be tagged. So if somebody searches
Correct.
that in Google, they'll find it within the
Somehow
photo.
it comes up, and I don't know. I was asking you 'cause more than me.
Okay, not know too much about that.
See, we just uncovered something.
A little bit of luck goes a long way
There you
sometimes.
go.
Yeah, I'm trying to expand more. Like I've been trying to. I'm not big on YouTube, but I've been trying to bring the family aspect to YouTube. Like I post videos with me and my kids, trying to feel like
in the bathtub.
Nah,
Not anymore.
I try. But like Shaolin's Family Guy. Like
Right.
I have this vision where it's like Shaolin's Funny Guy, then I do like a food page, Shaolin's Foodie Guy. Or like do like a family page, like Shaolin's Family Guy. And like stuff like that. Trying to brand.
So
like,
you've
the
been
whole-
following Ryan, and you've
Bro, that
decided.
kid Ryan is my inspiration. He makes me want to just shoot myself, to be
Right,
honest with you.
right,
He was on the Forbes list.
Just
for
because
the
he makes
children.
like 800 million a year or
for
something.
doing nothing. His father buys him something and then wraps it up and just films him opening it. And that's how he blew up.
But they have channels for everything now. Like you were saying, they have Ryan's has one for Ryan's Toy World. They have one for the daughters now. They have one for the family.
He's on Nickelodeon.
They're in Target, they're in
Yeah.
Walmart, they got toys everywhere.
My kids got toys all over
Just
the floor.
think,
It's all junk,
one
too.
day you
it's
could
just
be-
plastic. It's terrible. for
One
the
day you
environment.
could have a mystery egging, like maybe a mozzarella comes out, or like a piece of garlic.
Yeah,
we don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
You get some sort of
A little
mystery.
garlic, a little mozzarella. I like that.
Yeah.
You spin the wheel.
Yeah.
Little piece of prosciutto.
That's not a bad idea.
Staten Island, you get a little vape. Like a jewel pod comes out.
And like the gold with the kids chase like the golding, right? The ultra rare could be like a syringe off right off of one of the beaches.
He went there.
We're going south.
I wasn't going to go there. By the way, I almost went there just now, but in my mind, I was like,
He
let's
said
not
no.
say that.
He was keeping it clean. I saw
Yeah,
it.
I was.
You have lots of practice. I don't. I just go.
Yeah.
No
I'm
filter.
a reformed. I speak about everything because I've been there. I have no filter when it comes to anything. I just don't speak about things I don't know, like the SVB bank or whatever it is. SVB, whatever it is. I don't know.
Silicon
no use for
Valley
money.
Bank.
Yeah.
It sounds like a disease.
It doesn't matter. It's gonna be. It's gonna be here. First time.
Yeah, but I read somewhere that there was a bank on Staten Island, a signature. That the next morning it was like a line outside.
That's
It was
where
like,
Mike had all
"Give me
his
money."
Well,
money.
because
Get it
they
out.
closed, they got taken over as well.
Get out of
Yeah,
here.
it was 2 banks.
It affected Staten Island too?
It's a New York based bank, and they had 2 branches in Staten Island.
Wow.
Yes, SVB was in California. They had a Manhattan branch.
Okay.
But then what was that? That was like Friday.
Yeah.
And then Sunday,
48 hours
Signature
later.
Bank, which is a New York-based bank, got taken over. Damn. So
And
yeah,
Mike
trying
lost
to
$1
take
million.
over banks.
Mike lost $1 million.
wish.
That's why he's wearing a
I
T-shirt
thought we
today.
weren't supposed to timestamp things.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
We liked you better when you were a picture.
You're whack, yo.
Sunday.
Get
Oh, now
back.
you're hip hop. Now
Now I'm
it's
hip hop.
Yo, that's whack.
So what do you got? What do you got for brands versus individuals? So you are your own brand.
Yeah.
But what about businesses on the island? What about companies that still use traditional media like outdoor advertising and billboards and stuff? So try and take your knowledge and
Say like you have, say like a pizzeria on Staten Island. You start a social media page. You look for other pizzerias on Staten Island. You go to those pages and you go to the people that follow them, and you just follow them. And that's what I like. Whatever your business is, you have to find other people in the community with that business and who's liking and supporting them, because obviously they like pizza or they like whatever you're offering. If you're the same thing as what they're doing. So that's how, like when I want to find local like followers, I'll go to a Staten Island Advance post like on SI Live, and like I'll find a post, I'll go to whoever liked that post and I'll see who doesn't follow me. I'll scroll down and be like, okay, if I follow and I'll see, you know what I mean? Just to reach out.
So
that's
you're
like
banking
guerrilla
on-
tactics.
Right.
It's like guerrilla tactics, old school handing out flyers to go to the club. Kind of similar situation.
And you're banking on the fact that once you follow them, they're gonna take a look at who you are.
Yeah.
Come on the page, laugh, and be like, all right, he's fine. Hit the follow.
Yeah.
It works. I think I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to follow everybody now.
To be honest with you, that's like the best advice I can give is find someone else who's doing what you want to do or what you're thinking about doing. You can reach out to that person. If they're not responsive, then go to their followers or see more. Whatever to get your foot started. Like when I got started, I was doing videos. I was trying to be like the kid Eric D'Alessandro. I was like trying to copy him a little bit, and then it was like I was trying to find my way, and then it just happened. I don't know.
You're showing that a little bit of luck, determination, and then consistency to do it.
Consistency to me is number one.
Right.
Because even if the meme isn't funny, you're still seeing a post from me. So every day you're seeing me on your timeline.
Right.
Even if it's, I took the video getting off the exit on Arden. It was like my
World's favorite roller coaster.
Yeah,
I
like
know.
that. I almost didn't even
I
post
see,
that.
bro.
The bump by the
I
dump.
almost
want
didn't
the
even
bump
post
by
it.
the dump.
And now that video just hit 177,000.
Would you
on
do the
TikTok.
fly over the? We've
And
both
I don't
done
Coming over
that.
Muldoon.
It's blowing
I've
up.
done that.
Yeah, it's blowing up on Instagram, but I'm getting in the last 3 days my following. Every day I'm getting every hour like 6 new followers an hour just from that video.
Is
It's
this
just,
a recent?
yeah,
video?
that video I posted 3 days ago and it just hit 177,000 on Instagram.
Oh, I saw there was a bunch of cops around your car earlier
Wait, when?
when you parked here.
No, not me.
They're looking for you.
Denied till
You
you
were
die.
back.
Denied till you die.
Not
You were
me.
back on the highway. They were like,
Not
"There
me.
he is."
I have no idea what he's talking about.
But-
I was here the whole time. Dan knows. That's my alibi.
That's my alibi.
We were prepping today.
Like just earlier, you told your wife you're only here. You just walked in.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But
Security.
so when you look, I've been doing this 10 years with my business and trying to get on social media. And for a local IT company, we've done a good job. But I'm at 1,000 followers on. It's nothing that you are. So
You can
bravo
tell
you.
IT is not sexy.
Yeah,
Tell
right.
Tell
IT is not sexy.
It could be.
No, it could be, but you just have to find ways to reach out to the audience. Like I was talking to a locksmith company recently, and he was asking me the same question. I was trying to explain to him, you have to make a video that's viral worthy that people are gonna relate to, but that's also gonna show your brand. So like a locksmith guy, he can make a funny video about an altercation between him and somebody. He's trying to get them back in their apartment. They're arguing this and that while he's wearing his sweatshirt, branding it. If he posts it, it might go viral. People might think like it's a real situation. Like, oh man, this guy almost got slapped. He was just working in, you know what I mean? Like white guy working in the hood, opening doors. And it could take off. And then your brand is in a viral video without even being so much talking about your brand. Because a lot of people, those videos aren't going to go viral or blow up. Like I could do videos all day talking about, yo, what's up? I'm Shaolin's funny guy. That's what I love doing. But then I post like I did at Anthony's Sandwich Shop in Great Hills. We did a funny video where like I was behind the counter. I was pretending like I worked there. And somebody called and I was like, do you follow me on Instagram? Follow me on Instagram and then call me and put in your order. And I hung up. And that video took off because it was made funny. But it was filmed in his business, but it was like a comedy video. It wasn't so much about sandwiches per se.
What's up with the pastrami over there?
I heard it's
You have
excellent.
pastrami, yeah, it really is. Yo, the place, Anthony's in Great Hills, phenomenal sandwiches.
Paninoteca.
Yeah, and if you want good pizza, Nona's Pizza's right down
The
the
Shout
rose,
out
what's
Franny.
that? The,
Yeah, shout out to Franny over at
Franny's the
Nona's.
man.
the rosemary I think, is delicious.
Yeah,
Anthony.
yeah, they have good meatball Mondays.
I'm gonna let you in a little secret. I love meatball. That sounds great, but every once in a while I gotta say I love a Subway meatball sub.
That just get out of this room.
I love the
why he's
meatball
got
sub
a
from
bidet.
Subway.
It's delicious.
Is that what you're saying? I
yeah.
love it. I love it.
You
I love it.
Subway meatballs?
I
It's
love
delicious.
it. I love their meatball sub, and
The tuna's very good
I get
as
the
well.
tuna with the red balsamic.
We have the same palate. Where
Two
would
of
you
the
like
things
to go
you're
for
never
dinner?
supposed to eat out. You never eat tuna out, and unless
The
it's
Subway-
not.
What about when we found out that
come
there's
out
no
that's not
tuna?
tuna?
There's no tuna in it. There's not one
It
piece
doesn't
of
matter.
tuna.
It's still delicious.
Yeah, they tested it and they said there was no tuna in it.
Because it's probably not.
Whatever it is, it's delicious.
My
I don't even
wife
care.
hates the fact that I love the Subway meatball hero, and it's delicious.
Where is a Subway? I couldn't even tell you where there is
It's
one.
Right in,
It's in your bid.
in the bid.
There's
right
one.
don't
there.
have one.
There's one.
Yes, we
Yes,
do.
you do.
Where?
Next door to Kingdom Cafe.
100%.
It's still there.
Yes.
Oh, all right. I knew it was there, but I thought
What
it
about
went
Chef Boyardee beef raviolis?
I'm. It's like a hit or miss.
Are you gonna like-
I like
out.
hospital
Conversation's
food.
taking a weird turn.
My wife gives birth and they bring a plate for her, and I'm like, you're not gonna eat that. So I got this way. I love hospital food.
It brings me back to being like in high school and eating like the hamburgers in the aluminum foil.
You know what it is? I grew up not having anything. I've been homeless and everything, so anything's good to me. Anything is edible to me, except I don't like coconut. I don't like honeydew. I don't like cantaloupe.
Now, when you lived in Florida,
Yeah, terrible.
that
food
was
situation.
recent, or
That was last year. Yeah,
so it
from
was
March to
not
August.
yeah, okay. When I went to school in Florida, the kids would put ketchup on their mashed potatoes.
What?
So I remember being there, and they would start opening the package and putting. I'm like, "What are you doing?" They're like, "No different than French fries."
This was like a tech school?
No, this was like a normal school.
Yeah, it wasn't a normal school.
This was before he found his inner
But they
genius.
also, it's the same way. I was in like 5th grade, 6th grade. It's the same way though. Or no, I'm sorry. I lived there 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. But it's the same way when you leave New York City. They put mustard on McDonald's hamburgers.
Yeah, that was
everywhere.
weird. That was the weird part about
That's
going down
delicious.
south.
I missed mustard.
That's
No, I hate
terrible.
it. I hate it.
I go out, I travel, I forget to tell them
makes
no
the
mustard,
pickles
and
better.
McDonald's, that's it. My whole meal's ruined.
Wait, you're from Chicago. You ever have Big Al's Pizza on Highland Boulevard?
They're delicious.
Yeah,
They make a
Big Ass
Chicago
near our
pie.
house. It's close.
The Chicago pie's not.
It's close. It's not the same.
It's a little bit of Al Capone, not too much Al Capone. I got a little bit of the outfit, not the outfit.
But the food, I'm not a fan of his Chicago pie, but they do a $35 dinner special. I just had, it's like, you get a tray of pasta, a tray of entree, a salad,
Wow.
a loaf of bread, and a 2-liter bottle of Coke.
We got to write down all these names that you keep spitting out.
And go with
Yeah,
this.
Reggiano's has $20 half trays. during
They have the
week.
half trays, yeah.
You can pick up a half a tray like chicken franchise, half a tray linguine.
I'm getting
$20
hungry.
each.
Can we end this? I gotta go eat now.
This is probably the longest podcast that we've had today.
because
so-
we were
you
waiting.
left.
Yeah,
for
we were
it,
waiting
man.
for you, man.
was your
I'm
fault.
glad the man who wasn't here most of the time just said, "You guys really took a lot of time." Here.
Was that funny? Was that funny while I was gone?
You were great.
Yeah, that guy was great.
At
Yeah,
one point, he had his hand up your ass like a puppet. It was great. You missed it. It was phenomenal.
Nikki Santora, thank you for joining us today. Any parting words before we split?
Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Shaolin's Funny Guy. I make relatable content, and thank you guys for having me down here. Shout out to the Staten Island Advance. I made it.
So thank
I'm
you
in front
again.
of a microphone with SI Live on it, so I feel like I made it here.
Listen, we really appreciate it. Thank you for having us on. Thank you to Mike Bloomfield.
Thank
for
you.
technical-
Yes,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
coming.
Thanks, Anthony Rapichulo, David Cohen behind the scenes. We appreciate you always. And I'm Dan Ryan.
That's a wrap.
That's all right.
It's a wrap.